Hi everyone and welcome to 2012 back at Delicado. My name is Ben and I'm the proprietor of Delicado, and today we're looking at a Portuguese wine. Delicado really does specialise in Spanish cuisine and Spanish wines, but our Latin brothers from just across the river, we also specialise in Portuguese wines, Chilean wines, Argentinian wines. I have a real love of Portuguese wines because generally people haven't experienced those. Argentinian and Chilean wines, we're now starting to see more and more of those around in restaurants and in retail stores. But as far as Portuguese products are concerned, people may or may not have tried Madeira, but most would have come across port. And Quinta de Vallado, the makers of this particular wine, are port producers, and often their reds are probably overlooked, but they have come a long way in recent years. This is a 2007 vintage, and the 2007 vintage was a very strong vintage for Portugal. And the dry reds, well, I guess traditionally in the past, if people experienced them, they may have been really heavily alcoholic, just too big, a little clumsy, but there's been a real change in the way that the wines have been made in the last few years, and what we're seeing is a lot more elegance, a lot more sort of medium-bodied products coming out of there. This wine from Quinta de Vallado, as I said, they're port producers. This dry red is made of a mix of those same grapes, so deep colour, wonderful complex nose. When I tried dry Portuguese reds made of these sorts of grapes, and we're talking about things like Touriga Nacional, Tinta Francesca, Suzo, they have some really interesting names and it's hard to wrap your tongue around them. But I always expect from these sort of reds a real sort of spicy complexity. A lot of people describe them as that sort of Christmas cake, but they definitely have a sort of a brambly, wild character and a real sort of drive of spices. Some lovely oak there as well, a touch of vanilla and cedar. But medium-bodied, silky, elegant, not too dry, not overly fruity, and definitely not high on alcohol. Perfect sort of wine to enjoy right throughout the year, but you sort of, you don't have to be in a rush to drink it. It'll certainly sell well. We've got some 2 or 3 vintages of this wine and it ages quite slowly. So if you're thinking of maybe a meal with the family on a Sunday, a roast, that's the perfect wine to go with the Sunday roast. So if you're after something new or something left field, rather than just try port, try a Portuguese dry red. Salute.